Funtime Hour, starring UBK and Nathan Schreier and UBK. And now, the UBK Happy Funtime Hour.
Have you ever mixed straight up EDM?
I can easily say yes, but I want to make it difficult.
Okay.
So, what is EDM anymore? Anything with electronic...
Anyway. Well, that right there was an example of what's called soulful house.
Yeah.
That's, I guess... No, I don't know if dubstep or any of the breakbeat varieties count as EDM. I guess so. People dance to that. It's interesting. Have you ever seen the videos of people dancing to dubstep? Because those brothers lay it down slow.
You know what's really fascinating? This popped in my head. Sorry, I'm not listening to you.
It's a generally advisable course of action for all those who are listening to me right now. So, yeah, Mixin' is an EDM track. And for those that don't know, EDM is electronic dance music. Although it goes significantly beyond the oomps. There's also... There's that. Oh, massive respect to all our electronic dance music brethren out there. I love you. I was a DJ in Seattle, in fact, for many, many years. Spun to 1200s myself. Had a couple of crates of vinyl. I was into minimal tech house, actually. Not that that means anything to anybody. But what I'm saying is challenging. Mixing this EDM track, pain in the butt. I'm not going to lie. Look, here's some things. I love the dance music, but you all need to listen to what I'm about to tell you if you make electronic dance music. Now, many of you will have this already to some degree. Many of you will have, you're better than I am in every possible respect. You're a better human being. You look better. You smell better. But for those who don't smell quite as nice as me, listen, music, try to remember, if you can, what music that's played on instruments by people in a room, not necessarily a recording of it, but just imagine a band in a room. They respond to one another, and things happen together. So what doesn't happen is the drummer doesn't start playing a beat, and then suddenly, boom, there's guitar. And then 8 bars later, boom, there's the bass. That's not the way it unfolds. Now, there's some good reasons for doing that in electronic dance music, especially if you're making vinyl that's specifically, or not even vinyl, I'm dating myself now. If you're making this...
Phonograph.
You're making this... Look, if you're going to put on a Victrola...
Actually, I had a conversation last night with a friend.
That sounds like...
I actually had a conversation last night with a friend about...
you have a friend?
Okay, with someone I know.
Okay.
That's better, right?
That's believable.
About music contracts and how some of them still have the word phonograph.
Really?
Yeah, so I was just thinking it would be funny
That's a good sign for our industry.
Yeah, it'd be funny to update those with, I will provide you with a phonograph MP3 of your mix when I'm done.
Cylinders ready?
Anyway, continue.
So you
got you're mixing a phonograph record.
I understand, like I said, I spin the 1200s. I understand that there's a reason to have sounds come in on metronomically like that. But what I'm saying to you is you need more. And I'm not talking about more in the sense of eating up space or more stuff happening all the time. I'm talking about transitions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because the music is so programmed and because it generally is extraordinarily repetitive. And I get that. That's what it's about. It's good. Not all of it's like this, but a lot of it is. And whether it is or isn't doesn't matter. But the point is it's generally built a layer at a time. Generally by the same person. Sometimes there's a couple collaborators, but generally one person doing this. So it's all coming out of the same mind. It's coming out linearly, this part and then this part and this part. Do not arrange it linearly like that. Get all your parts out, but then move them around. Play with things first and foremost. And then once you've got it, this is what I'm going to do as a mixer. So if you can get into this space as a composer, your life will be so much easier, or the life of the guy who's mixing it, or the gal, whoever's mixing this thing. Once you got all your parts arranged, and you've got the general flow of the song, then just pay attention to what is the focus of this 8-bar section. Mm-hmm. What's really carrying the groove? It might not be what you think. So just push and pull levels around and make something really loud and see how that sounds. Then make something else really loud and turn that other thing really down. Get a sense of how these sections flow, and then create transitions. Create things that happen that signal that a change is coming. All right, so this is my first. I'm going to drop these gems on you. These are free.
Ooh.
Signal the change is coming. Do something to build it. No, everybody in the world, if you listen to it, it's cheesy and it works, but everybody's doing it, so try to be more clever. But if you listen to the pop and stuff on the radio, there's all these hoovers and sweeps. Like, and then the thing hits. And there's a reason they put that stuff in there. It's because it's effective. It lets you know something's happening. Oh, something's really going to happen. Boom, something just happened. And then generally there's some sort of explosion. It's energetic, not necessarily sonic.
Audio explosion.
Yeah, something hits at that moment. New sounds come in. Old sounds go away generally. And something rings out. So create your transitions like that. Give me as a mixer something to sink my teeth into as these parts come and go. And then as you're layering stuff up, when you arrange things, have two things come in at once.
Ooh.
Always have two things coming in, not just one. Boom, two things happen, and make them kind of different and contrasting or whatever.
Yep.
And the instant you've got like 5 things happening, and that includes like drums are one thing and bass is another. So 3 things happen and otherwise. If it's time to bring more things in, other things got to go away. Just make them go away. And it's very select moments in the song you can really kind of pile things up. But otherwise, stuff's got to go away when other stuff comes in. Keep the space, keep the air in the song.
Yep.
To be fair, these are things that everybody needs to be paying attention to. Bands, people making music in their bedroom, but it's indie pop or whatever.
This is all arrangements.
Blah, blah, blah.
Someone on one of those online forums where people talk about things in typing form responded actually with a very smart thing. It's like, well, a lot of young kids these days are learning music on their laptops, learning music on their iPads, learning music in other ways, and the simplest and fastest way to get that, and in some ways the cheapest way to do that is start off with electronic-based music. Like you have music in your head.
Yeah.
You don't have a guitar around. If you're a kid and you love music, you're just going to find whatever it takes to get that on recorded or down, get the idea down somehow. And I think EDM and hip-hop, obviously back in the day and still now, those styles of music, more people are getting into that, I think, just because it's a little bit more accessible. Yeah. So you can just easily get into it. And I've noticed the same thing with hip-hop. A lot of times I'll get these hip-hop tracks where if it's a 2-track and vocal, or if everything's tracked out, it's just the same stuff through the verse and chorus, and I end up getting hired to not only mix it, but people have heard my previous work, and then they'll hire me because they know I'm going to chop it up to make it sound more interesting.
Right. YouTube it. Go to Yahoo, look up YouTube, go to YouTube, and then look up the McGurk effect. That's the way to run the interweb, baby.
Click on Yahoo.
Go to Google.
And then you get
if you want Google to run the world, do it. By all means, support them endlessly. That's the red call to bake. Try to find the best way to do it is actually to. Have you heard about WikiWars? Heard about WikiWars?
No, but you eventually type in YouTube.
I don't know. What you do is you get WikiWars. Check this out. They got 2 people, and then you got a referee and any number of witnesses or whatnot. But you have 2 people, and they start off on the same Wikipedia page, and it could be like it could be Independence Day is the page, and blah blah blah, and July 4th in American history, blah blah blah. Whatever the starting page is, and then they say okay. And Halle Berry, go, boom. And you have to work your way from starting, with the founding fathers of the Constitution to Halle Berry only through Wikipedia links. And so you just click and click and click, and you try to figure out which one's going to get you closer to the mark or head you in the way. And these 2 people go head to head at this, and whoever gets there first wins. And that's what they call WikiWars. It's very entertaining to see the paths that people travel to get from point A to point B.
Is there a tournament with money?
If there isn't, there probably will be.
I don't
Go
remember.
to Yahoo and look
type
up.
in Google. Speaking of Lady Gaga,
Britney Spears.
She's headlining Vegas now she's got
I saw that on the side of a bus. I was like, Britney got a casino act.
Yeah.
God bless her. I'm curious to see how long it lasts. I really am.
You don't think she'll last her contract?
No. I'm curious to see how long it lasts. I have no thoughts on how long it will last. I'm just curious to see. Because I can see it playing out where she just burns out in 3 shows and, falls over dead with cocaine rolling out of her earballs. And I can also see her riding out the full contract and getting a renewal and ending up not retiring until she's 67 years old.
That's what I see. I see your option B.
Okay. You're going on record here.
No.
Oh. Yes. B.
No record. Saying it.
Just the archive of permanence that is the interwebs.
Fuck. What about Celine Dion? Is she still doing it? Is she done?
I have no idea.
I know that she was doing that thing.
If it's not on the side of a bus, I don't know about it. That's how my world works.